they write left knee on this thing.
Yeah.
And it basically says, severe chronic chondromalacia and articular cartilage loss seen in the lateral patellofemoral articulation as described above.
Yeah.
There you go. So basically what they're talking about is the outside,
Uh-huh.
when we're looking at this joint on the inside, the outside half of it's what's thinned out on you, rather than inside. Were you an athlete?
I used to play football when I was younger, but yeah, that's where all the pain comes from the most.
That's
the outside.
exactly where it's at, which is almost the polar opposite of the other side.
Yeah.
Those things heal pretty good, can heal pretty good.
Yeah.
Stem cell. And then the next, that's point number 1. He's got 3 points on this. Mild articular cartilage loss seen in the weight-bearing medial and lateral with marrow edema and full thickness defects seen. So he's basically saying a little milder, a little severe on the outside, milder on the inside. And he said, as from what he can see on this thing. He also says in number 3, no ligamentous or meniscal tears identified. So he's saying you don't have big meniscal tears, which is good, right?
Yeah.
But you just got the things just thinning out and drying out and wearing out, just due to wear and tear on it. So, if we took you to the ortho right now, he'd go knee replacement. That's all they got. They can't really do anything for that, when it's war like that.
He told me 15, 20 more years. I'm too young for it.
Yeah, you're pretty damn sore.
Yeah, and then he wanted to refer me to some quack there in Templeton Smith. And I'm like, I've heard nothing but bad stories about that guy.
What was he going to do for you?
Knee replacement. He's like, if you want it done that bad, I'm like, hell no. Why would you refer me to a quack for?
Because he's a golf player.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Plus if he drinks tequila with him or something.
Probably.
No, man.
But yeah, he told me basically I have to wait at least another 15, 20 years before.
Because you're young.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have 15 or 20 years on the pain on the wear and tear. I think it'll be sitting bone on bone.
Exactly.
You'll be a miserable son of a gun.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, and that's what they're going to want to do. Here's why they want to do those things.
Yeah.
Here's why they don't want to do it on you. You're too young, you're too strong. Right? And they're looking at you going, hey, this guy's still working. He's got 20 or 30 more years of work. He's going to be up and down and moving and digging and doing his thing.
Yeah.
And this knee replacement's not going to be able to sustain the life he's currently handling. Knee replacement isn't like, hey, let's go back to rodeo and rugby.
Exactly.
Knee replacement's your knee's gone.
Yeah, he told me twice. He said, with my line of work, he said after 5 years of getting it replaced the first time,
You'll get a new one.
A new one. He said then the second time it'd be 3 years. He's like, and I can only.
He's telling you the truth.
Yeah, he's like, I can only do 2 knee replacements.
I love this guy. Who was this? Who was his car?
No, it's what's his name? Oh no, dang it.
I love he told you the truth.
He's in Templeton.
They very seldom tell you
across
that.
from Twin Cities.
Cowalt?
No, not Cowalt. The other guy. Oh, he's like directly across from Twin Cities.
Yeah, a couple orthos.
Dang it, I can't think of his name offhand, but yeah. I mean, I've heard nothing but good stuff about this guy.
Yeah. There's a couple good ones up there.
Yeah.
Carr's good. Cowalt's up there. I haven't even heard of the other guy, Smith. I haven't heard about him. He must not be very good.
No, he's not.
So if you look at what stem cells are going to do, right? The stem cells. So your option, stem cells.
Yeah.
There is nothing else. You could do a cortisone shot, but that does nothing.
I got that done once on that. I get those in my back.
Yeah. So all cortisone's doing is cortisone walks in and takes the inflammation and de-inflammates it for a little while, right? But there's no regeneration.
Yes.
Right? This whole stem cell, plasma-rich therapy, biological thing, live cells we're putting in people is called regenerative medicine. Everything else is management. Now, some surgeons do some really cool work on cleaning up pancreases and colons and stuff, but there's nobody regenerating anything but stem cells. This is the new shit. It's here, right? I hate to be dead honest. It's here. It's stuck its head through the door. It's here. So, I could cortisone you every 3 months and you just have the same result. Eventually what would happen is that you'll start to make the cartilage want to rip and tear because it's going to dry it. It starts to, what it does, it dries the inflammation. It's not really self-limiting. So they don't really want to give you more than 3 of those things in your lifetime. No more than 3 a year. It's supposed to be 3 in your lifetime. In your back, they'll do up to 3 a year. Yeah. So what they do is they inject, thin out the inflammation. Your body's like, okay, cool, that dried it up. It's kind of like putting, a degreaser on a spot in your garage from where your Harley leaked. Yes. And then you still got the spot there. If it sits there long, it'll eat a hole right in the concrete. Exactly. Right? So that's the same thing that cortisone's doing. Gotcha. So that's the only thing they really got besides biologicals. Yeah. What's going to happen now in the future is people are going to walk in at your age and your size and go, let's stem cell that right now, we're just 5 to 8 years from that.
Yeah.
The guys that are real cutting edge, like us, are out here going, hey, we're here.
Yes.
Right? So you're going, oh man, this is what I need. And you're young and you're a prime candidate. So for you, a joint like that is going to need 2 cc's of stem cells. And a cc, here, let me do one of these things. Let me do both of these things.
Thank you.
A cc has 30 to 40 million cells in it.
All right.
And then conservatively, you could get away with maybe 1.5 cc's, but we couldn't really guarantee or warranty. There's no warranty or guarantee anyhow, but predict your outcome. Right?
Gotcha.
Whereas we put 2 cc's in it, we can tell you that you're going to have. I'm the most conservative guy in this group, so I'm going to tell you to lowball everything, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have 50 to 80% improvement in the pain.
Yes.
Right? You're going to have 50% to 80% improvement in the inflammation. You're going to have 50 to 80% in the range of motion when you get down on the dang thing, right?
Yeah, because it kills to get on my knees.
Yeah, it's all
let alone try to
inflamed,
get
it's
back
full of
up
juice.
even worse, yeah.
Yeah, you're loading it. It's mad.
Yeah.
You're going to have that much reduction, 50 to 80%. I'm going to say conservatively 50 on all of it. All reality is going to be more like 80.
Yeah.
But I don't know what you're going to do to it. If you go back to running marathons and start
I don't want to
playing
be doing that
baseball
kind of
games
stuff
a year,
anymore.
it'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
The other stuff's going to take more time to heal, or it won't heal as fast.
Yes.
So, and you probably would regenerate 30% of the cartilage, maybe more.
Okay.
Dr. Kurt's starting to whip up a bunch of new x-rays from the clinic in Bakersfield and go, okay, here's our knees. We're starting to shoot them post now,
Yes.
what they look like. Most of them are growing, 30 to 50% of the cartilage back.
Yeah.
Of course, the more cartilage in there, the better. So if that thing said, like this one says mild,
Yeah.
if that one said mild, I'd go, you're going to get all your cartilage back.
Yeah.
But that one doesn't say mild. That outside
Yes.
says severe. So
Severe.
you might get 30 to 50% of the cartilage back. That you're going to have some bleed over on the medial one. It'll heal that one.
Gotcha.
Right? So it'll migrate into that one.
Yeah.
Now, outcome-wise, you are going to. It'll last. It'll last 5 to 15 years. 7's more like your number.
Yeah.
You may need, and I tell everybody this, and I'm going to finish it up in a second.
Yeah.
You may need a booster, right?
Gotcha.
So these stem cells, when we put those stem cells in, they're going to do a majority of their work by month 6.
Yeah.
So we've seen them when we put radioisotopes on them, we track them. There's a few of them still out there walking around 18 months. Most of them by 12 months are done, are gone. A majority of them are gone and have done the regenerative work in the 6 to 9 month span. It's more like 6.
Okay.
7. So when we put them, so what ends up happening is if you don't get the outcome that we're looking for, you might need a 1 more cc boost into the thing.
Gotcha.
Right? And I tell everybody, now after telling you that, we've been doing these for 30 months. We haven't done 1 boost.
Okay.
We haven't done 1.
Yeah.
So, and that's because we're overloading you in the beginning.
Gotcha.
Just a touch. Not hugely, just a touch. Right? And then our product is the best product in the country. It's coming out of the Utah Stem Cell Bank.
Yeah.
And that lab, Predictive Labs, is really, really good too.
All right.
And it's all amniotic tissue. So we're taking stem cells out of this thing called the Wharton's jelly. And a mom has a placenta on the back, right? And that cord's going out to, do you have any kids?
Yeah.
So the cord was going out to the kid. In that cord was a vein and an artery. And of course, there's a housing around to keep that vein and artery protected. That housing between the housing and the cord and the artery and the vein is this jelly called Wharton's jelly. That's where all the stem cells are.
Gotcha.
Right? So we harvest that when the kid's born. And then the amniotic tissue is full of it and some of the fluid. And we take that and off of FDA regulations and harvesting techniques, pull all those stem cells out of there. So they're all autologous, meaning they don't have that. They're not carrying any DNA that's going to cause a rejection or an irritation, right?
Yeah.
And then autologous means that they're just going to roll through and go, where's it inflamed? Right there.
Yeah.
That's what it'll do. So it's your only option. It's really your only option.
So what if I wasn't to get that injected? What if I was to eat that part of the placenta? Would it still work?
That's a great thought process.
The dogs eat the whole thing.
I have a buddy of mine.
Yeah.
I have a buddy of mine. He's probably one of the most genius doctors I know.
Yeah.
This is going to be a crazy story. It's the only guy I've ever known who done this. Took his kid's placenta,
Yeah.
dried it, encapsulated it, and ate it, thinking I'll get stem cells that way. He had a bad knee. He still got a bad knee.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it'll work, brother. I think your digestive system is going to crush it.
Exactly.
All the
Yeah.
acid and stuff, you know. But I like how your brain worked. That's good.
Well, no, because I was just talking to my friend about this, and he said that his friend's wife ate part of her placenta too, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, probably the same guy.
And he was like telling me how it's full of nutrients or whatever dogs
It
do.
is.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I've seen my dogs do it when they give birth, but to watch a woman do that, ew.
Right? You'd be going like, maybe you should go see the doctor. What's
Yeah,
going on up there?
go make some protein shakes or something.
Eat some collagen. You can get collagen out of the
Yeah,
dog.
right.
It does the same thing.
Yeah.
That's great. You're the first guy that said that to me. I like that.
So now, what about cost for that? Now, I mean,
So the knees, when we start putting in 2 cc's, the knees are so they sell stem cells by the cc.
Yeah.
So the smaller joint, if you said, "Hey, I got mild degeneration in my left ankle," we'd do 1 cc, and it'd probably cost you $4,000. When we do 2 cc's,
Yeah.
severe joint takes that much. They're $6,000 because you listen to us talk. We'll give you a 10% break within 30 days, which has got you at $5,400.
yeah.
Right.
Gotcha.
And then you know, he doesn't show this during the PowerPoint, but if you sit there a half hour early, there's a bunch of construction workers talking. I don't know if you saw it or not, if you came early.
Yeah, I was
They're
there.
going, "Hey, man, you see these guys getting off the pavers and all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff, right?" And you're like, that's kind of really what's happening.
Yeah.
You know, now, so that's let's talk about what else is pissed at you. What's your low back doing? Who's helping you with that? Levitan and Patel and those guys?
I fractured my.
Sit that stuff over there.
I fractured my L4 20 years ago. So
Compression fracture or
I don't remember.
do you know what broke? Did the bump off the back break, or did you compress the body?
I think it was somewhere over
Compress
here.
the body.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Land on something?
I've tripped on a roof over a stack of tile. Or we were loading a roof with concrete tile.
Yeah.
And we were loading them in 6 stacks. Well, they're 10 pounds a piece, so there were 60 pounds falling off the conveyor with 2 big stacks already on the roof. And I tried to catch that stack, and I tripped over the stack on the roof.
And it landed on your hip or something?
On my back.
Did you fall off?
No, I didn't fall
Just
off the
landed on the
roof.
roof. Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you fractured.
But I
so
mean-
then what it did is, so over time, what it did is it caused a disc injury, and that thing's starting to thin out and dry out, and that's what the pain management guys are sticking the needles into.
Yeah, they keep on injecting me with the...
Every 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
It's called an
with
epidural.
Yeah.
Kenalog's what it's called.
Yeah,
It's basically
muscle,
cortisone.
or it's what was it called? Damn it! You said it earlier. The steroid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corticosteroids.
Cortisones. Yeah, that's what they always do.
How long do they last?
It depends. I mean, most of the time it's just enough to take off the edge so I can
Live
work comfortably most of the time. But when it comes to still bending over, picking up stuff like that, it still kills. And it's something I lived with for 20 years.
I want to sidetrack a little bit.
Yeah.
And this is without me knowing what your back's doing. I've got a shoulder and I've got a knee. Let's just talk about the spine for 3 or 4 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So typically what ends up happening to spines and spinal injuries, when you take that thing on 20 years later,
Yeah.
you know, you can end up irritating the disc. And the disc is the cushion, right? And there's
Yes.
24 running down the spine right here, right? So there's 24 vertebrae all the way down the spine. The spine's got an S-shaped curve to it. And it's like a shock absorber when you bend and twist and move.
Yeah.
And then the refined shock absorber is the disc spaces in here, right?
Yeah.
If the disc spaces start to